that he ended up being the one who Allah gives a legacy of good, and that we would know his name for generations to come. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Khalil Ismail. I am here to present Islamic Relief's Ramadan Reflection 2020. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We want a legacy because we want people to be proud of our accomplishments. Many people spend their whole lives dedicating themselves to not only what they think they will gain, but what they think their family will look like hundreds of years even from now. And over again, mankind, we even sometimes start out as believing, but we end up falling into shirk. And often what happens in the starting process of us falling into shirk is we have some desire to want to control how things will go in the future. And so we make compromises and decisions that end up darkening or poisoning our hearts for later. So when I think of the story of Ilyas, and it's a short amount of ayahs, but very powerful ayahs, telling the story of who they were, what happened, and what the end result was. What sticks out to me is what Allah did for the legacy of Ilyas. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإن إلياس لمن المرسلين إذ قال لقومه ألا تتقون أتدعون بعلا وتذرون أحسن الخالقين الله ربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين فكذبوه فإنهم لمحضرون إلا عباد الله المخلصين وتركنا عليه في الآخرين سلام على الياسين. So what immediately stuck out to me when I read was that Allah sent Ilyas obviously to a people who took pride in their fathers of old, because he mentioned that Allah is the cherisher and Allah is the Lord of their fathers. And this is a recurring theme amongst idol worshippers within the scripture. Allah challenges them by telling them that Allah is the Lord of the fathers, the ones who you are following as well. So will you worship him? But they desist, and when they desist, Allah does what he normally does. He gives chance after chance, and he says enough is enough. But what's interesting about this is that Allah says after that as a result of Ilyas's sticking to the submission of Allah and to calling to Allah, that he ended up being the one who Allah gives a legacy of good, and that we would know his name for generations to come. And in the Jewish tradition, they mention Ilyas every week. In the Christian tradition, Elijah is a very known and powerful figure who performs miracles. Again, looked at in an honorable light. All because Ilyas just simply did what Allah asked him to, and that's call people to Allah. In many of these cases, the person who's submitting is not thinking about the legacy that they're going to leave. Actually, you're worried about the idea that the people all around who are rebelling, they're going to destroy you or destroy your family. And often what happens when we worry about those things is we make compromises within our deen. And our rationale is that we will preserve the greater good. And we can preserve the greater good. And we can preserve the good of our family or our legacy by simply making a compromise where we know it shouldn't be. And over time, those compromises that seem small become bigger and bigger and bigger until we no longer even recognize the religion that we claim to follow. And this is why in the beginning, when we see, even in small matters, us allowing shirk to come in, and that can even start with the lower desire, then our job is to speak against it and to stop it to the best of our ability. And if we do that, what Allah is saying is in Ilyas's case, in Elijah's case, He will take care of the generational legacy. And it may just be that the thing that you think will be your undoing will be the thing that will make people remember you. So by letting go of control and giving your trust and tawakkul to Allah, you give yourself the best chance of having a legacy that will be known not just by the human beings here, but by the great beings in the universe, including the angels. And you might even have a chance for Allah Himself to give you salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.